You see? What's that letter? That's a P. Yeah, that's an R. Maybe someday you'll grow up and be a reporter just like Mommy. Would you like that? Or a baseball player? Look. Do you know how much Mommy missed you? Oh.
Hi. Listen, I've got to get to that meeting, so, if you have to leave, Sally's upstairs in her room, okay?
I told you I'm gonna be working at home all day.
All right.
Andrew, wait. Sweetie, here a second. Just here a second. Andrew, wait. Please don't go.
I'm holding the presses on that refinery fire rewrite. How's it coming? You about got it done?
I'm going as fast as I can.
Tina?
Oh, yeah.
Tina, I
Yes.
need you to take the fire inspector's preliminary report down to research, and I want them to verify these facts just as quickly as they can. Tina, now.
Oh, excuse me. Hi, I'm so glad you're here.
Is it too late?
No, they're just getting ready to go to press, so hurry up.
Done.
Well, let's have it. I'll get it down to cold type and...
Clint, don't do that.
What?
If you print that article, you could ruin our whole family.
I want every inch of this place searched. Nobody stops till we find it.
Oh, but, sir, if you're lucky, Rockwood, you know, anywhere on the premises, I'm quite sure we'd have found it by now.
And I could be damn sure to send you back to that jail in San Domenico, the one you like so much.
No. Do you know that the numerous vermin and insects refuse to eat the food there?
Oh, then get busy.
What on earth are you doing?
I'm gonna find that piece of shale if it kills me.
Well, you just might. Honey, don't you remember what Larry said about your heart? It's very important for you not to stress your heart.
Are you gonna quit yapping and help us?
Why do you need to find that old rock anyway?
That old rock, as you call it, made me what I am today.
No, Asa, brains and guts made you what you are, not a piece of shale.
I want to tell you something, lady. My empire's about to crash and burn. I need everything I can get my hands on to show it up, including my lucky rock. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. How could it disappear just like that? Nigel, let's go back up and hit the bedroom again.
But, sir, I just straightened it up after the last hit.
Then we'll just have to unstraighten it, all right? Let's go.
I'll get it.
You are just so precious. Do you know that? Do you know how worried Mommy was about you last night, beautiful girl? Oh, yes. Yes, I was. You quit that laughing at me. Yes. You know, your daddy wasn't there to help me to do the right thing. Oh, I love you so much. You're laughing at me. Merry Christmas for our little star. Love, Mom, Dad. Oh, darling. Thank you. You just named our little girl Star. Yes. You just keep reminding Mommy not to be so maudlin, okay? Oh, I love your laughter. Oh, you're just the sweetest baby in the world. You're so happy. Look at this happy little flower here. Isn't it beautiful? See those spring flowers? Smell those flowers. Yes. Wasn't it nice of Patrick to think of us at Easter? Ooh. Let's go see who this is, big girl. Let's see. We got a visitor. Who is it? just talking about you?
Well, I think, you left this in the car, Star, and I thought you might be missing it.
What? Star, isn't that funny? She was just saying that to me. She goes, Mommy, where is my blanket? I'm missing it. Please, thank you.
No, you both look a lot better.
Oh, well.
Look how bright her eyes are.
Yes. Well, don't look too closely at mine. But yes, it's so good to see Star's eyes bright again. She's so beautiful. Patrick, thank you so much. Ooh, you're spitting up. Thank you so much for helping us last night. I don't know what I would have done without you.
Well, actually, all I did was drive you to the hospital.
No.
It was Margaret Saybrook who saved Star's life.
Speaking of Margaret, there's something that I'd actually like to talk to you about. If you have some time.
Right now, I don't. I have...
No, I mean, it'll only take a minute. It is important.
Have to go, Cass.
Andrew, please. Don't leave like this. At least hear me out.
Of course, sure.
Okay, sweetie, come here. I'm gonna bring you over here so you can play over here, all right? And you play with the helicopter and stuff. Mommy has to talk to Daddy. Okay? Play right there. There you go.
Stay there.
Look, we said a lot of things last night, and we were both upset. Okay, I was upset you hired a nanny, and you were upset with me, and I don't blame you. I should have called you as soon as I got to Rhodey's. It must have been really strange walking in there and seeing me there like that.
Yeah, I was a little bit thrown, you know. I thought that you'd want to see your family first after being away.
Well, I did, and I had every intention of coming straight home. I told you last night, the only reason I went to Rhodey's was to get some information I needed from Kevin.
And it took 2 beers to get it?
Sweetheart, the refinery fire in Galveston could mean a lot of heat for Buchanan Enterprises. Now, according to a fire inspector's preliminary report, they could be held almost entirely responsible for what happened.
You sure about that?
Well, the report didn't exactly say how or why all the safety measures seemed to malfunction at the same time, but...
But you're going to print this report?
Well, yeah, I have to print the facts that are known.
But you said they weren't facts. You said they were speculation.
Well, sweetheart, the fire inspector is speculating, and that's a fact that I have to publish.
I don't get that at all, no.
Wait a minute, this isn't about my work anyway.
No,
so...
this is very much about your work. I mean, isn't it enough that Carlo Hesser becomes the patron saint of Landview under your byline? Now you want to print rumors and half-truths that are going to really hurt the Buchanans?
Nothing I write is a lie. It is my byline, and I stand by what I write. And when I write an article, it is the truth, as I see it, at least at that time. Now, can we please not get sidetracked here? I just wanted to explain to you why I went to Rhodey's last night before coming home.
This doesn't have anything to do with last night. We got to figure out what's going wrong with our marriage.
How do you know what story we're going to print, Court?
Tina called. She told me that you got a hold of the fire inspector's preliminary report.
I was only trying to help.
Don't give Tina a hard time about this. I knew that report was about to come out. Asa asked me to keep it quiet for the sake of the family.
Asa doesn't run this newspaper, and he can't keep us from printing the truth.
But it's not the truth.
What are you talking about?
When Asa brought me into Buchanan Enterprises, I personally checked out every refinery that the family owned, including the one in Galveston. I made sure that all the safety measures were in place and that they all functioned perfectly. There's no way that fire could have started.
Well, according to the fire inspector's preliminary report, Cord, the computers failed to shut down the affected areas, and that's what caused the explosion.
That's just what he thinks. He doesn't have any proof of that yet.
Hey, Cord, I was there. When they finally got that fire out, those containment doors were wide open, which means either the computers failed or those systems were not in place. So now that's the story that we have to print.
No, now hold on just a minute. As much as I don't like it that Asa sent you over here to try and stop this story, we still have an obligation to present both sides. Is there something you could tell us?
Yeah. Why don't you print the name of the man who's responsible for all this? Carlo Hesser.
I come bearing gifts.
Are you crazy? What are you doing here?
It looks like the newlyweds had quite a night. I'm glad I waited to give you my little present.
Present?
It might have been broken in the melee. It's a vase for the roses.
Carla, you've got to get... roses? What roses?
My usual red ones. They should be here shortly.
The only thing I want from you is I want you to give back Ace's Lucky Rock, the one that you stole from his bedroom. Don't you laugh. He's had it forever, and it means the world to him, and I want you to give it back.
Ace's Lucky Rock. I never knew your husband was so superstitious.
Well, he's had it for a very long time. It's a symbol of where he came from and where he wound up. And
I'll
just
tell
make
you
it
where your husband's going to wind up. Right back in that dirtbag Texas town where he started. Without a penny to his name.
Andrew, you're scaring me.
Frankly, I'm a little scared, too.
I really don't understand where this is coming from. And I hardly think that my going to Rhodey's last night before coming home means our marriage is suddenly shaky.
I don't think it has anything to do with whether you come home or you don't come home. I think that it has to do with who we are as people. What we want in life, and right now it's feeling like two very different things.
Are you saying that you want out?
Oh, no. No, I'm just trying to figure out how we got to this place. And I remember when I was a divinity student, I had this dream. Someday I'd marry this loving, wonderful woman, and she would be a part of my life and share in my plan to be a rector of a parish, and we'd end up working together and building the parish together, and turns out I end up with this incredibly loving and wonderful wife. And she doesn't want to be the wife of a rector.
Andrew, I had every intention of fulfilling that dream and more. And I wanted to be an example to your parishioners of what a good, solid marriage was. Because I thought that's what we had. But then something happened to change all that. The dream, your dream, was shattered by what you did.
Talking about Marty, aren't you?
The way Star is sleeping just now so soundly, you would think that last night never even happened.
I'm just glad to see she bounced back so well.
Yeah. Me too. Actually, I need you to understand why I didn't want Marty to take care of Star last night.
I know, she's only a medical
No,
student.
it had nothing to do with her medical qualifications, about what I was feeling last night. It was just so many months that I blamed Marty for Todd's death. I mean, even though that I don't anymore, when you took Star from me last night and you put her into Marty's arms, it was just all of a sudden
she had all this power, life and death power over my little girl, and I guess that my maternal instincts just went into overdrive, and I just wanted to do anything to protect her, no matter what.
I understand that.
You do?
Of course. It's only natural for a woman to be afraid to trust another human being with your child's life. But Margaret came through for you. For both, you and Star.
Yes. She did.
And I'm glad to hear you no longer blame her for Todd's death. You'll finally be able to see her for the fine person she really is.
I am grateful to Marty for saving Star's life.
Well, maybe you should tell him that. It might help you deal with your husband's death.
You know, actually, maybe I should tell Marty how I feel and tell her. I will.
Okay.
On one condition. Will you go with me?
I don't know, Blair.
Come on, Patrick. You know, don't tell him what would happen if Marty and I were in the same room together. I mean, trying to hash out something. Maybe if you could just come, and it would be good for both of us. You could be our buffer.
You've got to understand, I made a promise to Dylan and Margaret both that I would try and keep my distance. I'm trying to honor that. Besides, that's between you and Margaret. You don't need me there. Just go in good faith, and you'll be all right.
You're right. As usual. I mean, okay, I'm a big girl. I can take care of that. Actually, I've got to take Star by the hospital to see Dr. Hannigan, so I'll see Marty and I'll tell her.
All right. Sounds like a good idea.
Thanks.
I've got to go.
Patrick, wait a minute. You don't have to leave so soon, do you? Miss Cinquemani made a huge pot of fresh coffee just now. And
Thanks. I really shouldn't.
just one cup.
All right.
Good. Oh, the kitchen is... I've got to get the door. Would you get the coffee? It's... Let her, please. Thank you. Oh, Dorian.
I just couldn't
What are
wait.
you doing
How
here?
did the plot unfold? How did that outfit, you know, the shepherdess in off the Heath workout? And did Patrick rise to the bait?
What happened between you and Marty shattered my image of what I thought a perfect marriage was. And even though, technically speaking, nothing really happened between you two, it changed us. It changed you, and it changed me. And I really don't think we can ever go back to the way it was before.
I love you. That has never changed. The love isn't perfect, you know. I'm not perfect. I know I hurt you. I am so sorry.
Yeah, you hurt me. Because I hated how close we came to almost losing each other. But Andrew, if it hadn't been for Marty, you know, in a way I would never have found myself. Because by her coming between us, I realized that if I really wanted to be truly happy, that I couldn't go on existing in the shadow of my husband's career. I had to get back out into the world and make something of me. Sweetheart, listen, my entire life I tried to ignore my ambitious side, because I didn't want to end up like my mother. You know, successful, yes, but living in a big home, spending my entire life searching for love. And when we started to rebuild our marriage, I realized that I would never have to be alone, because I had you, and I had River, and I already had love. So I figured Why couldn't I have both? Why couldn't I have a career and a family?
You can. I would never stand in the way of that. I guess, I don't know, I guess that my little dream there dies kind of hard.
But we can make new dreams. And our marriage can be stronger than ever.
I gotta get going. I don't want to, I gotta.
I gotta get back to work myself.
Yeah. Give me 5. Give me 5. Now listen to me. I gotta go to a meeting, okay? All right? But I'm gonna be home real soon. All right? Okay. Gonna be here when I get back?
Yeah, I'm gonna be here all day.
Good.
Come here, big guy. Yeah. You're a big guy. Yeah, Daddy's gonna go out for a little bit. Yeah. I know, he's gotta go. He's gotta go. It's okay. It's okay.
Cord, we can't just up and print allegations that Carlo Hesser is trying to sabotage Buchanan Enterprises.
But it's the truth.
Based on what?
Based on the fact that ever since Carlo made his return from the dead, Buchanan Enterprises has been experiencing one hit after another.
Which could be sheer coincidence.
I thought so myself at first, too. But Asa is convinced that Carlo was behind all of it. I gotta tell you, after everything that has happened, there have been one too many coincidences for me.
We can't risk a libel suit based on instincts. We need facts.
So you're just gonna throw your whole family to the wolves then, right?
The fire inspector's report said that Buchanan Enterprises more than likely was responsible for that fire going out of control.
What if he is wrong, Clint? That was not his final report.
But the point is that the preliminary report is news. And if we didn't print it, it would look as if we're trying to protect our family.
And what's wrong with that? Well, do you have any idea what a story like this could do to Buchanan's stock?
Actually, it's been dropping ever since that tanker ran aground in France.
Well, and if it drops any more, my children's trust funds are going to be completely wiped out. And with Ace's heart condition, this could end up with him in the hospital or something worse.
Which could be Carlo Hesser's ultimate objective.
If he's even involved.
He is involved, Clint. It's just a matter of proving it, that's all.
Hey, I know a way we can nail Carlo Hesser.
I know you're responsible for the tanker that went aground and for Ace's refinery almost being completely destroyed. So what else are you planning to do to poor Asa?
I don't have to do anything, my love. Character determines destiny. Ace's own greed will be his ultimate downfall.
I'd almost believe that if it hadn't come from you. Carlo, I know you came back here to be reunited with me. But if you think that you can get me back by hurting Asa, you're wrong. I love my husband, and I will never be yours.
You are mine, and you always will be.
Hess! What the hell are you doing in here?
I merely came to offer the new bride my congratulations. When I noticed her tattoo.
Yes, sir.
Rather interesting, isn't it?
You take your filthy hands off my wife.
Asa, might you be sporting one of those? As a sign of your undying love to each other.
Get out.
Very well. But before I go, may I offer my good thoughts to anyone who suffered in that unexpected tragedy down in Galveston?
I said, get out.
I have already made substantial contributions to various worthy causes here in Landview and would be very happy to help the families of the 2 guards that were hurt.
Why, Hesse? Because of guilt. Buchanan Enterprises takes care of their own. You got that?
Yes, Asa. I know that. But if there is anything I can do, please, don't hesitate to ask.
Oh, hold it, Hess, hold it. There is something you can do.
I could do that character piece about Carlo Hesser that we talked about. Indirectly alleging that maybe he was interested in a little bit of sabotage.
No character assassination.
No, it depends on how I write this.
This isn't the sun. It's the banner. We don't stoop that low, Kevin.
Father, your father is right, okay? Besides, it's going to look like we're hounding the man.
Well, it's about time somebody did.
I have to go to Washington today. Do you think we could put this on hold until I get back, or at least until we have definitive proof that it's Carlo Hesser?
Mom, I am not saying that we blame the guy.
Kevin, your father and I have the final say. That's it.
We mean it. Now, why don't you take your story down to cold type? Look, Cord, I know you're angry. I know you're upset.
Look, the refinery and all the damage that was caused down there, it's not about me. It's not about what you're printing in your paper. It's about what Carlo Hesser is doing to this family. I'm sorry.
Come on, let's go.
What the heck is this? Must be Cassie's. Well, will you look at this?
Sweetie, what is that? It's my blue file. Sweetie, did you hide Mommy's blue file? I'm sorry. I should have looked where I was going. I'm really sorry. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Should I get another cup for Mrs. Lord?
No, thank you very much, Patrick. Actually, I'm here to, see Star.
Oh, then you told her about what happened.
Actually, I was just telling Dorian about last night. Yes, she was just, no thank you, telling me about last night.
Yes, thank goodness that Patrick was here when Star's fever spiked.
Fever?
Yes, don't worry, though. She's fine. She's fine.
What caused the fever?
The doctor said it was an ear infection, and her little eustachian tubes were so...
I am a doctor.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, I don't know what I would have done if Patrick hadn't been there. He drove us to the hospital.
So, is Star still in the hospital?
No, she's upstairs sleeping soundly, thank God. But let me tell you something. Patrick here was my rock last night.
I truly
yes,
didn't
you
do anything.
Were.
It was Margaret, Margaret Moody who saved Star's life. When she stopped breathing, she, I'm not sure what she did. She turned her over and...
But her breathing's fine now, Dorian. Don't worry. Everything's fine.
Yeah. Margaret just took control, turned her over, and started hitting her, I guess. But look, you being a doctor, you, I'm sure, know about all this stuff, right?
Yes, well, being a doctor, I also know everything that could have gone wrong. What in the world was Marty doing?
Well, I felt the same
treating
way.
a patient.
Really?
She's only in medical school. If she's on some sort of training, she
It was an emergency situation, Mrs. Lord, and Margaret did exactly what she had to do. The doctor and the nurse were just a couple of seconds behind her, so not to worry, all right?
Well, thank goodness for that. Poor Blair. You just must have been a wreck.
I was. But thank God that Patrick was here to help me. I don't know what I would have done, really.
Yes, well, thank goodness he was here. I'm going to feel a lot better if Dr. Dorian goes upstairs and checks on the little darling. Excuse me, both of you.
When I came back into the room, you and your lovely aunt were talking about me, weren't you?
Oh, yeah, Patrick,
And it wasn't about Star now, was it?
Well, actually, I was talking to Dorian. I was telling her about our friendship, how close that we've become. I mean, our friendship, yours and mine. But she just doesn't understand how I could possibly trust a man who I accused of killing my husband. But I told her that you and I have come a long way.
I see.
And I tell you what, after last night with Star, I feel even more secure with you, Patrick. You know, this is kind of ironic, the way things turned out. Even though they were circumstances beyond your control. Todd lost his life because of you. And then last night, once again, because of circumstances beyond your control, my Star, her life was saved because of you. Patrick, I really am so grateful. I don't know how I will ever thank you for that. Gosh, don't move, please. It's Grand Central Station around here. Oh, Lou. Yeah. They need to know if the Buchanan reference is okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. If you can take it. Okay. Well, it's Bill. You can keep this one. Bill has the original. Bill has the original on the presses, ready to roll. Fine. You're that's fine. Just tell him that's fine. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye. I wouldn't invite you in, but I got your company. Bye. Well, so that's your cousin. Where were we? You know.
Excuse me. You're really out to bury the Buchanans, aren't you?
What is it you want me to do?
I will tell you, Hessa. I want you to give up, to quit. Throw in a towel right here and now, and stop trying to get back at me because Alex loves me.
I'm afraid I don't follow you.
Oh, please, go on. Play dumb if you like, but I'm here to tell you something. Pure and simple. See, it ain't gonna work. I know you hate the fact that I took Alex away from you, and you're trying to destroy Buchanan Enterprise. Oh. Don't even try and deny it. Now, you listen to me. Much better men than you have tried. And they all failed. And so will you. And you'll keep on failing till you get it in that shiny bald head of yours that Alex is mine. And she's never going back to you. You got that? Now get out of here before I throw you out.
Asa, as I said, I merely came to wish the newlyweds a rosy future.
Wait, you forgot something.
What the hell is he doing here?
That is a good question, Cord. He was trolling. Any more news about the fire?
Yeah, there is. But I think you better sit down, because it's bad.
Dad?
Yeah?
You guys said you needed proof to nail Carlo Hesser? Well, there it is.
What is it?
It's the transcript of Cassie Carpenter's interview with the man, the unedited version. Now, I think you and our readers would be very interested to find out exactly what Blair Manning decided to edit.
Where'd you get this?
As a journalist, I can't reveal my sources.
Blair Manning is absolutely shameless.
Why don't we do this in my office? Bring along those rewrites on that refinery piece.
Be right there.
We need to talk.
We do.
Cut the innocent act, Buchanan. You've got something of mine, and I want it back.
Hey, buddy. Hello, hello, hello. I missed you so much. I did. What are you doing? You helping Mommy write her news reports? Is that what you're doing, huh? Where is she? Is she around? Look what I got her. You think she's gonna like those? I think she's gonna like them a lot. Cassie! Cass, honey?
Hello, Reverend Carpenter.
Yeah, hi, Sally. Where's my wife?
She was here, but she left for work about 20 minutes ago.
I thought that she was going to be working around the house all day. She said, Guess I was wrong.
Come on, Kevin. I know you have my blue file.
What are you talking
You must have picked it up at the airport when I dropped my stuff.
I was wondering how long it was going to take you to figure out that it was missing.
Did you read it?
How can I resist?
I don't believe this.
Hey, now before you go biting off my head, let me give you a word of advice. Next time, tell Blair Manning to run the unedited version.
I'll keep that in mind. So now what are you going to do?
Actually, I was on my way into a meeting.
I mean with this.
Read tomorrow's banner, find out.
It's bad enough to even have the fire. Now, this fire inspector is saying that Buchanan Enterprise is responsible.
Hey, so come on, that hasn't been proven yet.
You said it yourself. The so-called fire inspector said it was a systems breakdown.
And I'm telling you, I checked those systems out myself 2 months ago, and they were working fine. If there was a problem, it would have shown up then.
Maybe there was something there that you couldn't see.
Ace, I'm telling you, I'm not giving up until I prove that that report is wrong.
Damn, Rock. I knew losing it was a bad omen.
What's the matter? Are you all right?
Oh, my God, it's his heart. Is it your heart? I'll get you your pills.
I don't need any damn pills. I need a stiff drink.
The last
That'll do it for me.
you need is a drink. Now, Larry told you to take one of these pills as soon as your heart started acting up, honey. Here, take it. What are you waiting for?
Woman, you are going to be the death of me yet.
Mr. Mullaney, please call my broker and tell him to buy Buchanan Enterprises stock. When it drops another 20%, it shouldn't take too long.
Is this just another part of your vendetta against Asa Buchanan?
Patrick, as publisher of this newspaper, I have an obligation to my readers to give them the news. And according to the fire inspector's report, Buchanan Enterprises is responsible for everything that happened at that fire in Galveston.
I know the Buchanans quite well.
Well,
And I'd imagine there's another part to this story. Now, Bo Buchanan's been a good friend to me, and I won't be party to slandering his family.
Oh, come on, Patrick, you don't understand that. Patrick,
Thanks for the coffee.
Patrick, it was... Aw, man.
So, your plan to make the wild Irish poets fall for you has hit us a little snag, huh?
Nah, he'll fall. You wait and see.
And still no mercy for the woman who saved your baby?
Can you believe it? Of all the people to be working at the hospital last night when I brought Star in. Well, it sounds as if she saved the day, dear. Yeah, you should have seen little Miss Marty at work last night. She was in rare form, and Patrick was right there to take it all in.
It does seem as though he's still very much impressed with Mrs. Moody. Don't remind me, all right? Whereas he does not seem awfully impressed by you, at least not with your Buchanan bashing headlines.
He will get over it soon enough, all right? Because as soon as I am finished with Patrick Thornhart, he won't care what headline I run.
Oh, I don't know. Seems to me, Blair, you've met your match.